Michaela, welcome back to Perth. I know you've been here, there and everywhere lately, travelling with the Wallaroos to New Zealand and Canada and all sorts, and also France yourself. So how have you settled back into life in Perth?
Yeah, it's been good to be back. Got back just over a week ago now. Did the drive from Canberra to Perth, so across the Nullarbor. Long drive, but it's been really good to be back, be part of the group, back at HQ, and meeting the new girls for the season coming up.
So you got back from France and went back to your hometown, Canberra, and had a bit of a break there. Tell us about what you got up to.
Yeah, so got home to Canberra for about a week. It was mostly thunderstorms and rain the whole time, so mostly catching up with family, seeing friends, going back to some of the old places that I like to hang out, riding the horse, just all that wholesome stuff that I probably haven't done for a few months, but good refresh to get back into the season.
I should also congratulate you on the recent announcement that you've signed a multi-year contract, the first in Super W history. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I think firstly knowing that rugby is going to be a part of my life for 2 years, and I have the space and I guess the capacity to focus on that now and move it to the forefront is really exciting. I think knowing that I'm going to be part of the Perth and the Western Force system for 2 years as well, it's an awesome opportunity to see this grow, continue to develop. You get that continuity and consistency of partnerships on the field, coaching staff, the way you're trying to grow your game, and yeah, it's a beautiful place to be. It's exciting to, I guess, bite the bullet, take that first step for hopefully girls to come for many years of multi-year contracts and further growth in our game. So it's really exciting, and I'm really proud and thankful to Hodjo and Western Force for giving me the opportunity, and yeah, excited to see where the next 2 years go.
I suppose that's probably talks to the investment the club is making in the women's program. I've got the first full-time head coach in league history as well. So can you talk about that kind of investment and what it means to the players?
Yeah, it means so much. I think last year we saw Western Force really put their foot forward to lead the women's space and to try and be really innovative in this area of the game, and we saw that with the introduction of our Women's Academy, which ran following the succession of Super W last year, and then as you said this year, the investment going into full-time head coach, full-time physio, we've got a full-time S&C. It just means that we get that extra, I guess, access to those resources. As players, we're coming in more frequently now, so we're in for morning sessions during the day, working with the HP staff around the HP environment with the men's players as well, which is an opportunity for growth and an opportunity for learning in itself. And then that extra time, ball in hand, as I said, extra access to footage and coaches, it's just going to make us better in the long run.
So talk to me about that week-to-week schedule. I know the season's probably 2 months away still, but it feels like it's ramping up a bit with the program.
Yeah, definitely. So we started back last week. At the moment we're looking on a Monday, we're in from about 8 a.m. till lunchtime or just after, as a group called our Kaizen group, which is our continuous development. And I guess that consists of both Super W players, some of our extended squad, but girls who have the capacity to be in for those extra hours, get the benefits of on-field clarity, skill primers, but also I guess get to go through some of that more high performance or elite sport information like our nutrition, our sleep performance, analyst sort of work, those sorts of things that are going to help us be better athletes. And then on a Tuesday, Thursday, we're in on an afternoon session, so about 2 p.m. till 8 p.m. Again, a little bit of units work, a little bit of gym, a little bit of field. And then at the moment for pre-season, we're doing a Saturday morning block as well, which is beautiful in the Perth heat, but gets us working hard and gets us all connecting really well.
And yourself, I've seen you around the men's program as well, so you're doing a bit of extra work. Tell us about why you've chose to do that.
Yeah, I think anyone that knows me probably knows that I love as much work as I can have, and I love to keep learning. So the opportunity to be around the men's space and the HP space came through discussions between myself and Dylan Parsons, as well as Simon Cron, just asking for opportunities where I could further my development, get myself out of my comfort zone and try and learn as much as I can. So Tuesday, Thursday mornings, heading in a little bit earlier than the rest of the women's group, mainly just to jump in some unit sessions, watch the men's on their field session, jump in huddles and listen, I guess mostly to how they communicate, what they say in those huddles, and just challenge myself, I guess, to get out of my comfort zone, pick things up from people who've been playing the game at a high level and an elite level for a lot longer than what we have.
I also want to ask you about the Wallaroos. You're away for a few months with them and stepped in as captain as well, so talk to us about that experience and what you got out of that.
Yeah, a lot. So incredible last sort of 8 months with the Wallaroos. Had some really big wins. I think beating USA for the first time in 20 years, beating France for the first time in a long time, and obviously finishing in the top 3 of WXV was pretty special for us. The honour to captain the side. Yeah, it leaves me speechless every time I think about it. Definitely one of the biggest honours I've ever been handed, and probably one of my proudest moments. Learnt so much along those few months. Really, really grateful to the girls I had on either side of me in our leadership group, on the field, off the field, coaching staff for the support and the help that they had. But yeah, it was an incredible experience. Probably a high point in my life that'll be tough to beat, but I guess with the appointment of a full-time head coach in that space now, I'm really excited to see where we go over the next sort of 12 to 24 months.
The other thing I suppose you're talking about personal and professional development. You spent some time in France with Montpellier on exchange. Talk to us about that and what you got out of that experience.
Yeah, so again, really exciting opportunity. So I headed over to France post WXV. I think I was only back for 2 or 3 days before getting on a plane to Europe. For me, it was just really exciting being part of a new environment. So firstly, new coaching staff, new style of play, new city, and of course the language barrier. So learning rugby, getting involved in drills, learning how to play, adjust and communicate without speaking the language was tough. But again, a really, really fun experience for me, and I took a lot away in terms of using body language, adjusting, learning to be adaptable to obviously not being able to understand as well or how I communicate in those situations. And then for myself, learning a different style of play is really exciting. So I would say France at the moment, compared to the way that we play here in Australia, is a little bit more unstructured or free-flowing. So as a second rower, it was very different, not really being in a line-out setup and being in the back line, trying to look for offloads, adjusting a little bit more on the fly to what I was used to, and yeah, just trying to build that more rounded game for myself back here in Australia.
Awesome, Michaela. Thanks for your time and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.